What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some more My Hero Academia Ultra Impact, and today we have a brand new character being revealed on the official Twitter account, and it is our boy GRAN TORINO finally making his appearance for the game. Now, this is a completely brand new playable character. However, he was in the beta as a USJ event boss, so you did get to fight against him, so we did get to see his model and stuff like that, but we didn't actually know what he does because he wasn't a playable character. So we're going to go over all of his information that they do have in this tweet here today, and kind of speculate on what I think that he could do overall within the game. But before we go ahead and do that, make sure you guys go down there, click that red subscribe button if you haven't already, to join the Heroes and Villains community here today on Hydros Impact. Also click that bell, turn on all notifications, that way you don't miss out on any future videos, whether it be gameplay, guides, summons, showcases, everything. Gonna be your best one-stop shop right here on YouTube for My Hero Academia Ultra Impact, My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero, and other My Hero Academia content in the future. So let's go ahead and begin with today's video talking over GRAN TORINO, man. Very interesting character being revealed today. I want to know why or what characters they're kind of choosing, because you know, I think they could be choosing characters up until the All for One fight with All Might. I do think that that's kind of what they're doing right now with character reveals, except for Hawks. Hawks is the only outlier in this situation. Maybe because he was in the trailer, maybe they just kind of threw him in there because he was a part of the trailer. But a lot of these characters that have been revealed, I think, are pre-season 4 characters, you know, fighting the All Might All for One fight, like up until that point. I think those are where all the characters are kind of coming from so far, and definitely, you know, GRAN TORINO was in that fight, and before that, you know, training Deku and stuff. So very interesting to see the amount of characters that they're choosing for the reveal so far. And again, that's just my thoughts and opinions on that. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments down below on, do you think that they're choosing characters based off of like up until a certain point in the anime? Again, Hawks could just be an outlier and stuff like that. I don't know why Hawks is there. They could just be choosing people at random. Heck, I don't know. But it seems like to me that they're choosing stuff up until a certain point within the anime manga, right? So like the All Might All for One fight up until season 4, that could be kind of like where they're stopping with the reveals, kind of picking and choosing around characters through there first, and then we'll get more characters obviously down the line as the series progresses, as the game progresses and stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see once we get the game that does come out, you know. But here today, let's go ahead and talk about GRAN TORINO. Let's just go ahead and read what he does. Playable character announced. GRAN TORINO in his quirk is Jet. Great damage to the opponent who was tossed by Jet, and various speed up skills. So that's an interesting thing. So this is describing an attack. Most likely, I would think maybe that's describing his plus ultra or maybe an action skill. But let's go ahead and take a look at his art. His art is pretty cool. I mean, it is GRAN TORINO, you know, he's pretty basic, right? Not too in depth or too, like, you know, awesome. I wonder though, will we get young GRAN TORINO in the future? That would be cool. I would love to see that as a character. We'll probably see him in like a memory in the game, but you know, I would love to see a playable young GRAN TORINO. That would be so fun. But based off of this image here, like I always mention in these videos, the screenshot kind of dictates what rarity this unit is gonna be based on the, you know, the complexity, the animation, the style of it, and all that kind of stuff. So whenever they do like a basic model, kind of like you're seeing here, actually, would that be a basic model though? I would assume it might be. I don't know if this is a UR or an SR now. That animation could maybe be a plus ultra. Usually plus ultras are very detailed, very obvious that they're choosing screenshots from plus ultra tags. Usually when they choose screenshots for SR characters, it's just like the model and a standard background, stuff like that. So maybe I'm just kind of overthinking it. Maybe this is just an SR GRAN TORINO. What kind of makes sense. I mean, it is just kind of like a standard background, his character model just kind of floating there. Maybe it's like when he enters the scene and stuff like that, something like that. I don't know. But my assumption is that he is an SR. Usually when they do these reveals, this little image screenshot does, like I say, whenever it's like a, you know, bland, just character, basic background, it's usually an SR or lower. And usually when it's like a more detailed, more awesome looking attacking screenshot, it's most likely a UR, because URs kind of are, you know, they're showing their plus ultra move in the screenshot. But I don't know, this one kind of has me a little bit thrown off. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, like I said, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Do you think he's an SR or do you think he's a UR? My gut is going with SR. I don't think they would give a UR Gran Torino right now, especially with All for One and All Might and all the other characters, right? I feel like this would be an SR character they're going to reveal. But again, his art is really cool. Nonetheless, I love the art, kind of shooting jet from his feet and stuff like that. Looks really, really cool. So let's go back to this. Great damage to the opponent who is tossed by jet. So it's basically his plus ultra or an action skill that does great damage to the opponent. And it's like his animation or his attack is jet, his quirk basically. And various speed up skills. So I wonder if he'll have like a passive to where maybe, oh, this would be cool. Maybe if like Gran Torino, if maybe he defeats an enemy like Bakugo, you know how Bakugo gets a power up increase every time he defeats an enemy. What if Gran Torino, instead of a power buff, every time he defeats an enemy, he gets a speed up increase? That would be kind of cool to see. Maybe he'll have like an ability to where it's just like an action skill that increases his ability. Now, if this is describing his plus ultra in the beginning part here, this also, his plus ultra could also just give him speed increase. Like, you know, most characters kind of get an increase in power, speed, crit rate, whatever have you, right, on their plus ultra move. So they could be describing this being a part of his plus ultra. So he deals great damage and then he gets a speed up increase. But various speed up skills, that kind of makes me think most of his abilities are going to have a speed up variant somewhere in there. So maybe his plus ultra gives 15% speed up increase for 3 turns. Then he has an action skill that just increases his speed and power by 10% for 3 turns. Or maybe another attacking action skill that gives him 10% speed up for 4 turns, 3 turns, something like that. That would be really cool to see. I mean, he is like the speed character, right? So it'd make more sense to give him abilities that do increase his speed. Now, would he have the ability to increase ally speed? I don't think so. I think he would mainly focus on Gran Torino himself. If he does give allies any speed up, that would be interesting. I wonder if maybe he has a passive. We've had similar characters like Ida give us like increase to class 1A characters. Maybe Gran Torino, if you have a team of pro heroes, maybe he gives a slight speed increase to pro heroes. That would be kind of cool, maybe kind of interesting. Maybe I don't know if that would work out with his character that well. I mean, I'm kind of probably thinking, like, overthinking to the fact that it has to match what his character is like and stuff like that. Obviously, it doesn't have to, right? They could do whatever they want in the game. So they could definitely do something to where they get like a pro hero speed up passive auto skill, right? They could definitely do that. Again, great damage. If that is describing the plus ultra, it's probably going to be like 300-400% damage to a single enemy, and then maybe a speed up increase after that. Could we give opponent speed down ability? Could he do that? I don't know. Could he maybe inflict confusion because maybe he moves too fast and he can confuse you on, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking of different things now that they could do, I guess. You know, Gran Torino, if he moves really fast, you know, it's like, oh, I'm confused now. Where's he going? Where's he at? Right. So, you know, that's, I mean, like he could do that. Maybe. I don't really know. I mean, he could inflict confusion on himself. I mean, he did act confused in the anime, right? So that would be another thing that they could probably give him. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bio here really quick. Let me go ahead and whip out my Google Translate for you guys really quickly. Because we all know Google Translate is reliable as all can be, for sure, because it's, you know, the best thing that you could use ever on the internet, and it's the most accurate. So let's see what this little infograph for Gran Torino does say. So, an All Might teacher who used to be a teacher at UA High School for only 1 year. However, there are few records of him being a pro hero, and his identity is shrouded in mystery. His quirk is a jet that can move at high speed by injecting inhaled air from the jet on the sole of his foot. So, you know, I never really looked into Gran Torino's quirk too much. He has holes in the soles of his feet. That's really weird, but that's really cool at the same time. Also, you can kind of see the difference, like Gran Torino's like art right here. You can kind of see like the little holes right here. But then when you see it on screen, like this is completely different looking from the art, right? I mean, I guess it is a game. They only have like certain amount of animations and stuff like that they probably have at their disposal. So it obviously isn't going to look too different. Unless that is his plus ultra and he has like super mega bursty quirk feet, you know, then I guess he could have that. But I assume this is, again, just the SR variant. I don't know. What do you guys think he could be? Do you think he's a UR or SR? And what do you think his abilities will be? because we do know that he deals great damage, and we have speed up skills. Now, what kind of skills could he have? Do you think he'll have, or do you think all of his skills, his action skill, auto skill, and plus ultra skill, do you think all of those are going to have speed up increases of some sort, shape, or form in those abilities? Or do you think only a few mixture of them will probably have speed up? Like, let's say he has one ability that's just an attack, right? He probably has an attack, maybe inflict some sort of damage, and then inflict maybe speed decrease or something like along those lines. Then he has another ability that just increases his speed by X% for X amount of turns. Then he has an auto skill. An auto skill, again, if he's able to do pro hero ally increase of speed, that would be really cool. I don't see it as being the most likely. I think that would be a cool alternative maybe, but maybe he will have, like, just for himself, he would increase his speed against allies, or maybe he has increased speed against a certain type of enemy. Like if it's only facing villains, he has a speed increase. Or maybe he has a speed increase depending on the variable amount of HP that he has. So let's say he falls below 50%, then he gets a speed increase of like 30, like not 30%, maybe 25%, 20%, something like that, right? So that could be an auto skill that he could have. We have, I think, a few of those kind of characters so far. I don't think we've had too many characters that have like X amount of HP left and you get X buff, right? So maybe he'll have something like that. If he is an SR, that would maybe probably make the most sense, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Gran Torino down in the comments down below. What kind of abilities do you think he's going to have? What do you think about his rarity? Again, my thoughts is he's an SR, and most likely I can't see anything other than SR right now. And again, also, do you think that they're picking and choosing characters from certain arcs of the anime and manga, mostly before season 4? My gut is telling me it's most likely pre-season 4 characters and stuff like that they're going with. Then once the game comes out, we'll get all of that other stuff later on, obviously, but I do believe that a lot of this is pre-season 4, or is it pre-season 4 or 5? Which are 5? Maybe it's 5 I'm thinking about. I may have said 4 this entire video and meant 5, my bad, but you know, it is what it is, right? Whatever season the All for One fight is, I can't remember anymore. They all run together in my mind at this point, but yeah, you know what I meant. You do know what I meant. After that arc ends, or like around that time is probably when they're choosing characters or something like that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Click that bell, turn on all notifications if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.